So I want to preface this video by saying, there's a rumored Marvel vs. DC game in development by NetherRealm. And this would be really cool, but it's going to really trip me up if, like, Wolverine's in the game and he doesn't play like Marvel 3. It's going to really trip me up. I'm going to be like, what the fuck? Now, Marvel 3 is a different type of fighting game than NetherRealm would produce. So, I'm not saying it would be a bad thing. I'm just going to be like, why isn't Berserker Barrage working? You know? So, it's just really going to trip me up. That's the only problem. It's not a bad thing. I need to learn to play something new. It's like when I'm playing Link or when I was first playing Link in Smash Ultimate, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong? Why is he not working like he does in Smash 4? You know? So, but by the way, I am 100% certain that this game does not exist. However, if a Marvel vs. DC fighting game came out, and it didn't have Dark Claw, I would have to call some bullshit. Okay, alright, sorry about that, I had an interruption. I have cut the interruption out of the video, but obviously there was some sort of abrupt pause there. I don't know what I was going on about. But, there was some top-tier bullshit. Or rather, if the game didn't have Dark Claw, there would be some top-tier bullshit. So, Marvel vs. DC, where your curly mustache at? And, yeah, I'm just saying, if they make a Marvel vs. DC fighting game and it doesn't have Dark Claw and the Hyena, it's gonna be some top tier bullshit. I mean, I guess I could go without the Hyena, but Dark Claw. Also, it'd be really cool if Dark Claw had, like, some of Batman's moves and some of Wolverine's moves. Say that Wolverine has a Berserker Barrage, and Batman has, like, an exploding Batarang or something. Well, you can now do the exploding Batarang and the Berserker Barrage exactly as they are. You know, and then some moves are like a hybrid, like, if Wolverine has, like, a move where he can grind his claws together and it makes, like, an energy wave or something like that, kind of like he does in the X-Men arcade game. And Batman can use his grappling hook or something like that. Maybe Dark Claw could use a grappling hook, and then when the enemy gets pulled in, he does that claw thing. So that would be really cool, and it would pull the enemy back and then send them forward. You know. So yeah, on that note too, let's end that here, and then I will get on about my Marvel vs. Capcom new characters that I want to see get into the game. I've talked about, like, 4 of these before, but the other, let's see. Hold on, I gotta do quick maths. The other 12 characters I have never once commented on. Yeah, sorry, that quick maths wasn't so quick, so I had to pause the thing. Yeah, the other 12. Okay, guys, so there are 12 more and 4 familiar that I've mentioned before. Let me go get my list, or my journal, and I'll, fuck it, you guys know what I'm doing. So, first on this list, should I do Marvel or Capcom first? Let's do Capcom last. So, Marvel. Ronan the Accuser. For a second there I didn't understand my note as Ronan Kree, but that's because Ronan is also the name that Hawkeye went by, so Ronan Kree. Ronan the Accuser. I think he could be cool. I think if the Infinity Stones are not going to be a thing in the game, he could use the Power Stone. That would be kind of neat. But also, personally, it'd be better if just the stones were in the game. But now certain characters have, like, different powers they get with the stones. So then, next, you know what, let's just do it consecutively. Like Marvel, then Capcom, then Marvel, then Capcom. So, Ronan Kree, he was the bad guy in the first Guardians movie, and he was also at the end of Captain Marvel. Leon S. Kennedy from Resident Evil. Preferably the Resident Evil 2 version of the character, but Resident Evil 4 and 6 are pretty good when it comes to that character too, because it's like the next progression of him. But I find his story as a rookie cop way more interesting. How, you know, he's late for his first day on account of fucking zombies. It's like that movie, The Dead Don't Die, where, like, Bill Murray's like, so what you... It's like, they were killed by wild animals. So it's like they were killed by wild animals, sir. What do you think? Bill Murray didn't say sir, so whatever. And then Adam Driver, he's just like, I'm thinking zombies. It's like that. So, it's like, what excuse do you have for being late to your first day on the job? And then Leon's like, I'm thinking zombies. So, yeah, personally, I like the rookie cop who was, like, scared of everything. However, the Resident Evil 4 is a great progression of his character, and Resident Evil 6 is an even greater progression. I just honestly, though, I found RE2 Leon way more interesting. So, you know. Next character, Punisher. Hold on. My washing machine is being fucking loco. So, the next character, Punisher. Capcom's first Marvel game was The Punisher. And I've never played it, but I've seen video of it. It looks pretty good. However, I am extremely familiar with The Punisher. He was in Avengers Assemble. I watched the entire Netflix series. He was in Daredevil Season 2. So I am very knowledgeable on this character. That being said, I do not like the current comics version of the character because he's just like a lunatic. He doesn't want to stop crime. He just wants to kill people. But he's like, why don't I just target my aggression onto crime? Whereas the one in the Netflix show, he's not just going to kill a homeless guy. He's going to just fucking murderize the bad guys, you know? He has no ill will against people. Or at least nothing that would make him want to kill them. Whereas the comic book version's like, fuck it, I'll kill anybody. I mean, I believe it was in the Civil War event, he killed Captain America, and I was like, what the fuck? I've never read the story, but I've heard it's either Punisher or Crossbones, so. But yeah, very knowledgeable of this character. I really love the character from Netflix. So hopefully, they base it on either the original comic book version or the Netflix show. Because modern comics, whoever wrote them just lost their fucking mind. It's like, yeah, I guess I'll kill everybody in my path. Screw you, women and children. Screw you, not just the men, but also the women and the children, too. They acted like animals, so I slaughtered them like animals. So next on Capcom, Mr. X. We have Nemesis, but I think it would be really cool if you could make a team. If this is going to be a 3-person fighter, it'd be really cool if you could make a team of just like bad guys that are under Wesker's control. So you have Nemesis, and you have Mr. X. I don't think Wesker was behind either of those guys, not directly anyways. But you just have Wesker and then 2 BOWs on your team. Now sure, in Resident Evil 5, or not Resident Evil 5, fuck, Marvel 3, you can have Wesker, Nemesis, and Jill, and you have like an evil team now. But, because Jill has that thing on her chest. But, so yeah, you got all that stuff going for you. And then, yeah, Mr. X, I think he's just really cool. Now, his moves probably wouldn't be that interesting compared to, Nemesis. But just because his moves aren't that interesting doesn't mean they wouldn't be that good. They could be just as good. Hold on, my wash machine's fucking loco again. So Mr. X, his moves could be either just as good, or just because they're not that interesting doesn't mean they can't be just as good. They can even be better than Nemesis, despite Nemesis having more interesting moves. The level of intrigue does not dictate the level of, like, fun, right? I mean, what's interesting about Wolverine's moves? A single fucking thing that's interesting about Wolverine's moves. And yet, Wolverine is, like, one of my favorite characters. Right? So, yeah, I don't really have much to say on Mr. X, aside from justifying his existence. But he's just really cool in Resident Evil 2. I mean, he actually scared me when I was playing Resident Evil 2. I had heard that it was a horror game, but I wasn't really feeling it until Mr. X showed up, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I had beaten, I was playing Claire first, and I had beaten the G-Virus, the first phase, and then I came back, and Mr. X shows up, and I was like, what the fuck? And he scared the bejesus out of me. So, and then, yeah, so just having Mr. X, since he resonated with me so well. Star-Lord, because I think that the game could use more Guardians of the Galaxy characters. That's really it. I don't really know what his moveset would be, but I'm not the one in charge of making it, so that's not really my problem. But I do like Star-Lord, otherwise he wouldn't be on this list. Like, I'm not just gonna say... Like, if I absolutely hated Rocket Raccoon, say he wasn't in the game and I absolutely hated that character, I'm not just gonna say, well, Rocket Raccoon, because we need more Guardians characters. So obviously I like the character a lot. Who doesn't? He's like he's like my favorite character in the movie, okay? So I like the character. I just don't know what his moveset would be. And really, the only reason he's on here, or not the only reason, again, not the only reason, the main reason is we need more Guardians characters. If we're gonna have 3 fighters, like, you know, traditional Marvel vs. Capcom, we need at least 3 Guardians characters, so Rocket, Gamora, and Star-Lord. I have another Guardians character on the list to try and guess who it is. You'll probably be wrong. I'll give you a hint. He's, like, really good at destroying things. So, the next character, Chuck Green. Because Dead Rising. I don't really like the character that much, but I think he could have some interesting moves, so maybe his inclusion in the game would change my opinion on him. I actually own Dead Rising 2, but I have not played it yet. I own Dead Rising 1, 2, and Off the Record, and then I own Dead Rising 4. I don't have 3 yet. However, I have not played Dead Rising 2 for the sole reason that I'm trying to play through Dead Rising 1 first, and I'm trying to get, like, the best ending, even though I've never beaten the... Hold on, my washing machine is fucking loco. But, I've never played it because I'm trying to beat Dead Rising 1 and get the best ending, despite never even playing Dead Rising 1 before. So maybe I should not do that, but Dead Rising 1 is full of fucking bullshit. You know? I mean, there's this one survivor that I can't figure out what to do with because I need to escort her, but she can't even walk on her own. She has a broken foot or something, so I literally need to carry her on my back. I'm like, what are you, a child that needs a piggyback ride during fucking zombies? So yeah, I haven't beaten it yet. So Chuck Green, he is a very sympathetic character from what I've heard. He wants to get Zombrex for his daughter, so that way she doesn't turn into a zombie. So he has a good motivation, but nothing really stuck out to me from what I've seen. So now, the next Marvel character is Quake. She's on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., played by Daisy Johnson. No, her name is Daisy Johnson, but I can't remember the lady that plays her. She was like with Logan Paul for a while, so that's the only reason I would have known her name, because I don't really look at credits. But I can't remember her name at the moment. So Daisy is, let me look it up real quick. Chloe Bennett. There we go. So Daisy's deal is she's an Inhuman, which is an unfortunate label. I mean, on The Flash, people get pissed when you call them metahumans. But I mean, being called straight up Inhuman is just kind of, that's an offense. Like, I would understand why people don't like that label. I mean, I also don't understand the people who don't like the label, like, people of color. I hate that label as well, but you guys are the one who made the label. I mean, pretty sure, anyways, that came out incredibly racist. It's not what I meant at all. But I mean, it is kind of annoying because you gotta find different labels for everybody. There are people who don't like LGBT, there are people who don't like gay. Also, I gotta wonder why they took the name gay and put it, and like made that their label, when gay was like a synonym for bad for a while, so I don't know why you took that. And what was the other one? Oh fuck, I can't remember. It wasn't the people of color thing, but there are also people who call themselves queer, which is the same thing. Oh, here was the other thing. I use this word a lot. It slips my tongue sometimes, but retard. That word had a meaning before it became a medical thing, and then some people were like, "Oh, look, he's retarded," and that's incredibly offensive right there, for sure. But like, why did you take that label and apply it to yourself? That's the only reason it's offensive. No one is putting that label on you except you. And so when I say something like, "Oh, well, you're retarded," well, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the person I'm talking about. I'm not using it to demean you. I'm using it to assault this person in a private conversation that you snuck your way into. So, I don't get that at all. There was another thing, too. I was talking about Batman in a comment section. It was a comic direct video. And this guy got something wrong. So I corrected him in the comments very politely. And he just responded with, "Yeah, well, I'm gay." And I'm like, the shit does that have to do with anything? Anyways, back on topic. Shit. There we go. So Quake, she's an Inhuman who has the power to... She has vibrations and stuff, so she can make, like, earthquakes and stuff. And straight up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., she moved a mountain. That was freaking crazy. That was the point where I was like, what? So, she could have an interesting moveset. She could be like Vibe, if they ever put Vibe in an Injustice game. The next character, Mega Man Zero. I don't know anything about him. I just think another Mega Man representative would be really cool. And his design is really cool, because it's Zero, but it's a separate... Because it's just Zero. He does not go by Mega Man Zero. He goes by Zero. But it's a separate timeline. It's not part of... It's not the actual Zero from, like, Mega Man X. So... You know. So, yeah, I don't really know much about him, but he's got Mega Man's powers, and he acts like Zero. And also, if you want proof of this, go to Marvel vs. Capcom 3, beat the game as Zero, and Silver Surfer will end up taking Zero to the world of Mega Man Zero. And Zero says that they're not related, so... Groot, he's the next Guardians character I was talking about earlier, the one who's really good at destroying things. Because he is. He just puts his tree limbs in anything and they blow up. You know? So Groot. Not really much to be said about him. He's cool. I love the character. Groot. I am Groot. Next Capcom character is Guile. Everyone knows Guile from Street Fighter. He's got the lightning kick and the sonic boom. Or flash kick and sonic boom. Play Super Smash Bros. Get an assist trophy. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Next Marvel character is Jessica Jones. One of my favorite characters from Defenders. She was really cool on her own show on Netflix. Although people do not like Season 2. I have not seen Season 2. Really, the only thing I remember is her sexual abuse story and the her power set. It was really cool, and she had a lot of character development. So, yeah. And also, I just really want to make a team that's like the Defenders in a Marvel game. Marvel, baby. Oni. So Oni, he's like the blue Akuma from Street Fighter 4. I have a video called Rufus the Doofus versus question mark question mark question mark. So go watch that video. And yeah, Oni's in it. Power Man, Luke Cage, he has like rock hard skin. I do not know what else to say about the man. He's really cool. He had his own Netflix show as well. And he was in the Defenders. Abyss from Marvel vs. Capcom 2. He's this weird looking knight thing that has like multiple forms. He will wreck your stuff. He's also in Mugen and in Rivals of Aether. So not officially, but he's a mod. Daredevil, the man without fear, who once became the god without fear. Need I say more? Seth. He's from Street Fighter 4. He has a bunch of copy abilities, or he copies people's powers. I do not want a one-to-one Street Fighter version of the character, though. I think it'd be really cool if he had Wolverine's claws, if he had some of Luke Cage's moves, and he could use the Iron Fist and stuff. So Seth would still have some of the Street Fighter moves, but most of his moves would be made up of Marvel characters. Scarlet Witch. Watch Avengers Endgame, watch Avengers Age of Ultron, watch Avengers Infinity War. Need I say more? Shit, I did things out of order. Sakura. From Street Fighter. She takes after Ryu. I believe she's in Rival Schools, and yeah, she's really cool. If you play Street Fighter 4, the original, Dan, his ending, Dan and Blanca just basically accept that they're about to die, and then Sakura and Ryu show up and they like save them with the giant Kamehameha. Next character, Quicksilver. He is the last of the Marvel characters on this list. Quicksilver is really fast. Just make him play like kind of like the Flash, but give him his own little thing. And his super move, I think basically anything you do for a cinematic super move in Marvel vs. Capcom would be infinitely better than any of Flash's super moves in Injustice. But yeah, go watch X-Men Days of Future Past and X-Men Apocalypse. And then watch Avengers Age of Ultron. He's really fucking good in those. Copy Robot. He looks like Mega Man, but he looks exactly like Mega Man. But I think he would be really cool. He could be like Seth as well, where, I don't know, two of his moves, like, he copies Phoenix. He copies Phoenix's, damn, I can't think of any of her moves. I think with Copy Robot, though, he could copy Phoenix's super move, where she has, like, this, like, Phoenix Inferno or whatever, where, like, she has, like, that Firebird thing, and then it just wrecks the enemy. And then I think he could be, I think he could have, one of Daredevil's moves and stuff. And then the rest would just be copying Mr. X and Leon Kennedy. That would be neat. And that's the last of the Capcom characters. So what did you guys think about this list? I know I ended it quite abruptly, and some of these characters didn't get the full exploration that they needed. But I've been in this garage for like half an hour, and I'm not doing so good in here, so I just had to rush through it a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. So let me know what you guys thought down in the comments below, and we can have a nice, lively discussion. And I can elaborate on anything that you need me to elaborate on in the comments. I will be responding to each comment for the next 2 days as this video goes up. That's what I normally do anyways, and with some instances I just comment on videos anyways, or I just respond to people anyways. There's some bots that I've responded to, and then they've given me these weird links, and then I'm like, alright, never mind. But, for the most part, I engage in full conversations with the commenters if need be. So, yeah, don't feel afraid to leave a comment in the description. But also, it just amazes me that Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are not in a Marvel game. A Marvel game? So, like, come on, come at me. Anyways, yeah, please leave a comment, like this video, engage it, share it with your friends if you enjoyed it that much, if you think it warrants that. And, yeah, I don't know when this video will come out, but I can guarantee you when it does, I will be responding to all comments for the next 2 days. And maybe the occasional comment after that period. So, thank you guys. I hope you guys have a nice rest of your day, because this will probably be coming out at 6:30 p.m., so that way I can get a lot of viewers on it. Yeah, I know I talk about trying to engage it, make this video boost a little bit, but it's not about money, it's about making people happy and engaging in conversations with other people. It's not about money, I don't have anything to monetize, so thank you for watching. So, yeah. Later.
Sigma! I'll shatter your plans as I smash your body!
Why try to fight us? We who are God!
Who will come out on top? Ready! Fight! First attack is air elbow! Cool! Counter!
Full charge!
This is your end! I'll obliterate you! Get ready!
Hero!
Please go!
Mind Zone!
Get ready! Do you feel pain?
Dodge this! Power won't overload me!
Level 1. Level 2. Explode! Maximum!
Special weapons ready! You're going nowhere! Situation I have no other choice! Power level rising! Ultimate strike!
Lightning combo KO!
Is
As long as there's hope, we can change the future.
The battle begins!
Corrupted by the Sigma virus. That's where I come in.
Do you think you can defeat us?
Ready! Fight! First attack!
Brilliant!
Level 2! Level 2!
Hard shot! Go! Shoot up! Mind Stone!
Level 1!
Upward! Buster engage! One! Hero! Mind Stone!
Level 1!
I'll be done in 20 seconds.
Target lock! Reality stone! Target lock!
Right there!
Contemptuous fool! We will erase you!
Dodge them all! Mind Stone! Mind Stone! Nice try! Hard shot! Go! I've got a job to do and you're it. Everybody has something to fight for. Full charge! Hero!
Glorious!
Right there! Too slow! Just like a dream. He's there! Right there!
House smash!
He's there! For the fate of two worlds! Hard shot! Go!
Level 2!
Go! Fully charged! Sub-Hero! Darkness!
Glorious!
Mind Stone! 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 Mind Stone!
Obliterated!
Right close!
Reality stone! Struggle! Reality stone! Obliterated! Reality stone! Burn to death! Reality stone! Target locked!
Titan Combo KO! Congratulations!